In those early years in Medina, many companions came to the Prophet asking for his daughter Fatima. We want to marry your daughter Fatima. The Prophet would say, this matter belongs to God. Allah has to allow and decide and accept who's going to marry my daughter. So finally, a few women came to Imam Ali alayhi salam, such as Ayman and others. They told him, oh Ali, what are you waiting for? Why don't you go and propose? Imam Ali was shy. He was so modest. He was shy to go and propose. They told him, oh Ali, he's not going to give Fatima other than you. We know that. So go and propose. Imam Ali alayhi salam, finally he goes and he proposes. The Prophet does two things. One, he waits for revelation from Allah. The Prophet went into his masjid. He gave a beautiful sermon. And the Prophet actually did the Katb Kitab, the engagement ceremony, at the masjid between Imam Ali and Lady Fatima alayhi salam. Now, my dear brothers and sisters, about on average, maybe 15, 20 days later, we have different reports. This happened in Dhul Qa'dah of that year. In the next month, you know, the Hijjah, some 20 days later, the wedding happened. And basically, the night before the wedding, the day before the wedding, the Prophet was told that Ali ibn Abi Talib is now ready to have the wedding, to move in with Lady Fatima. My dear brothers and sisters, the Prophet teaches us a very valuable lesson here. And inshallah, our families take this lesson to heart. These days, one of the reasons why we've complicated marriage and we actually intimidate many brothers from coming and proposing is the cost of our weddings. We need a year in advance to plan for the wedding. Sometimes we spend $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 on the wedding. It's extravagant. And believe me, even many of our weddings, they're not even halal weddings. It's a mixed wedding. Men and women dance in front of one another. And, you know, haram music is played. By the way, usually when people ask me about this, you know, I give them the advice not to have that dancing and music. You know what they say? They say, Sayyid, come on. It's my night. One night in my life. It's my wedding. Let us have some fun. You know what my response to that is, brothers and sisters? Has Allah been a bad Lord to you? Allah has given you the money, the health, the opportunity to get married. Everything you have in that wedding is from Allah. And you want to start that night a beautiful chapter with your spouse. Is it appropriate? That's all I'll say. No more. Is it appropriate to start that night with God's disobedience? Using God's resources to violate His law? That's the only question I'll ask you. So we've made our weddings very difficult for many of the youth today to take on the responsibility of paying for it. I know many brothers, believe me, they're decent, they have good character, they're responsible, they started a job, they're stable, but they're intimidated because they tell you that, you know, if I want to go and get married, the least thing I need $50,000 for the wedding. Because in my culture, the family's not going to settle for anything less than that. It's even considered aib. My dear brothers and sisters, let's learn from the wedding of Imam Ali and Lady Fatima. One day before the Prophet was told Ali is ready, the Prophet said, tomorrow we're having the wedding. He didn't say, wait next week and next month and let's make all these preparations. It's okay. Allah puts barakah. Number two, he asks Lady Fatima alayhi salam. Once Lady Fatima gives her consent and Allah sends the revelation to Prophet Muhammad that yes, zawwaj aliyan min Fatima. I have now given the permission for you to allow Ali to marry your daughter Fatima. The Prophet gave the final approval, and Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, he married Lady Fatima alayhi salam.